The astronaut realized in horror that her glove had been torn by a sharp spike. If her body were exposed to the vacuum, her lungs could expand and rupture. The entire control center panicked. I told her not to move, then carefully cut off the spike and brought her back to the station before too much oxygen leaked from her suit. Just as I got her safely into the airlock, I spotted a strange beam of light and failed to close the hatch in time, putting her in danger. Afterward, the control center questioned me about what I had seen that made me ignore my colleague's safety. I said I saw an alien, but no one believed me. The leadership concluded I was hallucinating and decided I should no longer take part in space missions. Not long after, the Soviet space station Salyut 7 suddenly stopped functioning. If it remained out of control for too long, it would fall back to Earth. If it landed in a densely populated area, the consequences would be severe. The Soviets decided to send astronauts to repair the station. If the repair failed, they would destroy it with a missile. But that would create a large amount of debris, potentially wiping out all satellites in orbit and setting space technology back by 10 years. They immediately searched for experienced astronauts and ran docking simulations. But the station was rotating on 2 axes with an angular velocity of 1 degree per second, making manual docking extremely difficult. No matter how many attempts they made, they couldn't succeed. In the end, they came to me, hoping I could complete the docking and carry out the repairs. So I went into space with my teammate Jack. After the boosters separated, we entered orbit. We only had 3 chances to dock. I carefully controlled the approach and attempted the first docking, but it still failed. After all, many astronauts had tried hundreds of times in simulations without success. The commander told me to rest while they discussed a new plan. At that moment, Jack ran the numbers and concluded that at a distance of 110 meters from the station, we would need to triple our speed to have a chance at docking. But if we failed, the spacecraft would be destroyed on impact and we would die. Without waiting for orders from headquarters, I decided to try again. Both the station and the spacecraft were moving at high speed. Even the slightest error could lead to catastrophic consequences. After a tense operation, I completed the docking, creating what felt like a miracle. We successfully entered the station and began clearing out floating water droplets. But even after that, the station still didn't regain power. I decided to go outside and inspect the problem. I found that a meteorite had struck a sensor, deforming it and preventing the internal electronics from functioning. The sensor's outer shell was extremely tough, and the screws were jammed tight, making it impossible to remove. At that moment, a stray droplet of water drifted into the spacecraft and landed on an electronic component, causing sparks. Jack was severely burned. I tried to get inside immediately, but an explosion rocked the spacecraft and nearly threw me out into space. Our oxygen system was completely destroyed, and the spacecraft lost control. Now only one of us could return to Earth. The other would have to stay behind. I picked up a hammer and tried to smash the sensor's outer shell. If I could break it open, the station might come back online and we could get an oxygen supply. But in zero gravity, I couldn't generate enough force. Then Jack told me that when we passed into Earth's shadow, the temperature would drop and the metal would become brittle. That would be the best moment. I kept working at full force until sunlight returned. Finally, I broke open the sensor casing. The sensor started working again, and the station came back to life. In the end, we survived.